Our heart is able to distribute blood to and receive blood from every single cell in the body, keeping us moving, breathing, thinking, and living. All our cells in our body need oxygen for cellular respiration and release carbon dioxide as a byproduct. To illustrate the circulatory system, we have 4 water bottles. Red food coloring for oxygenated blood, blue for deoxygenated blood, 3 meters of plastic tubes for the vessels, coloring paper, scissors, press stick and diagram.
Heart. Deoxygenated blood moves through the superior vena cava, the inferior vena cava, and empties into the right atrium, which then moves the blood into the right ventricle, which pumps it out through the pulmonary vein to the lungs. The pulmonary artery then receives oxygenated blood from the lungs, which empties it into the left atrium, which pushes it down into the left ventricle, which then pumps the blood up through the aorta to the rest of the body.
To represent the flow of the blood, we squeeze the bottles, which moves the water through the tubes and around the circulatory system.
Body, heart, lungs, heart, body is the order in which blood moves through the body. Let's look at this in more detail. Your superior vena cava carries deoxygenated blood from your head and arms to your heart, and your inferior vena cava carries deoxygenated blood from your legs and abdomen, where it enters the right atrium. The right atrium then contracts and forces the blood into the right ventricle. The ventricle then contracts, and this pumps the deoxygenated blood from the heart out through the pulmonary artery to the lungs. In the lungs, oxygen moves into the blood and carbon dioxide moves out of the blood through diffusion.
Oxygenated blood comes from the lungs through the pulmonary veins into the left atrium of the heart. The left atrium then pumps blood into the left ventricle. The left ventricle then has the job of pumping oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. This is a big job, which is why the left ventricle wall is much larger than the right ventricle wall. It pumps the oxygenated blood out through the aorta.
Other than the heart and lungs, there are 3 types of vessels involved in circulation. These are arteries, which carry oxygenated blood away from the heart and to the rest of the body, veins, which carry deoxygenated blood from the body back to the heart, and capillaries, which are the vessels that lie next to the cells and connect the veins and arteries. Capillaries are where nutrients and oxygen pass out of the blood and into the cells, and carbon dioxide and waste products pass into the blood and out of the cells.
When deoxygenated blood moves from the heart to the lungs, it enters the arteries. Carbon dioxide moves out of the blood into the lungs. Oxygen moves from the lungs into the blood, and the blood becomes oxygenated. It then flows through the veins back to the heart.